My stamina is awful right now. Okay. Back up the hill. To be fair, rolling down hills is pretty fun, as long as you didn't do so on accident. Yeah, the accidental rolling down hills is pretty fun though too. I'm going to be honest. I mean, there we are. I've said it. Accidentally rolling down hills is still really fun. Breaking something while you're rolling down hills, less so. But I thought we were getting a raid event there when the music suddenly stopped and stuttered. I was like, oh no. Bad timing. In the middle of important construction work. No time to play with trolls, or ogres, or harpies, Drauga. Okay. Neck. Oh, this is my camp. Get out. You may leave. You come back. It's a knife to your face. I warned you. Actually, we are going to need some. Fear and hide. I love your name. That is fantastic. Absolute amazing play on words there. Well played. Very well played. Right, time to plant more carrots. Gonna need to go grab the cultivator, but first, though, let's actually duck down for a kip. Let's get rid of the night before it gets rid of us. Oof. I tend to default to French pronunciation of things for words and names until told otherwise. It's pretty close most of the time. It was spot on for Avalanche. I'd say I default more to Latin, really. Most of Europe's languages come from there. It is probably a safer bet. I know Lady Sheila tends to default to Germanic. Right. Seed crops. Four more. I'm not sure if that's going to be too close to the mountain, but I guess we'll find out. Well, I mean the rock face. There we go. Now, hopefully that's going to give us a goodly amount of carrots back. Right. Need to drop off the boar still. trophies. At this point, let's just take the cart with us. Oh, French is your first language. That actually explains quite a lot. I do not default... well, actually, that's not true at all. I quite often default to pronouncing things in Welsh. But I am more often wrong than not when I do. And that's because Welsh is phonetic, and not that many languages are phonetic, it seems. Saying things as they're spelt, not always the correct, in fact, mostly not the correct way to do it. I have learned through significant trial and error. Shame, really, because, in my opinion, it just makes everything easier if you spell a word the same way you make the sounds. But, sound letters of the devil. How dare Bentham? You pronounce things in Welsh, what happens when you get to a vowel? You scallywag, you? Splotch. I wonder if he's going to come back. Let's thinking about it. I think I have yet to kill a grayling with the fallen log. I may have killed one or two, but I'm fairly certain I haven't. Don't think I've killed anything with the fallen log yet. I've damaged loads of things with the fallen logs, but I don't think I've killed anything. My favourite quote about Welsh is that they make their road signs by firing a blunderbuss loaded with consonants. That's pretty funny. Uh-oh. You. Naughty. Drop this one. I'm loving the way this little area is slowly becoming more of a town over time. I imagine that's one of the big appeals on playing multiplayer, is just seeing a tiny little collection of huts graduate into a town. I've killed a teammate with a tree in the first hour of playing the game. That is amusing. Well done. You must get up very early in the morning. Really? No. No. I'll stop you with myself. The hillside around my house looks more like post-Saruman Isengard. I've seen people make that comment so many times now. It is just perfect. Because it's true. The moment I got the Elder's ability, this forest became this hill. Slowly, life is returning, but it is a slow and arduous process. Yeah, I mean, this is the thing, though. Thankfully, trees go quickly. This was like 7 days to die, where trees take a reasonable amount of time for it to grow. A lot more than this little hill would look like post Saruman Isengard. A lot more. Well, I mean, I don't think they would add mythological entities that weren't part of Norse mythology. But in a way, that's what Greylings are. How are you doing, Pulmithax? Oh, cool. Yes, that brings an end to my harvesting for now. So we'll get everything prepared. Just editing CDDA videos. Yeah. I do a remarkable amount of my Twitch watching while editing videos. Like a shocking amount. Which is a problem sometimes when someone's playing a game that I really get into watching, because then all of a sudden I realize it's taking me 4 hours to do the work that usually takes me 30 minutes. It's like, Rate this game from 1 to 10. Super amazing, great. If you're seriously asking, though, I am having an enormous amount of fun playing this game. An absolute shocking, practically criminal amount of fun. Okay. Oh dear. I really do hope one of the things that the devs tweak, though, is the hitboxes. Or at least the swing mechanic. If I have underswung or overswung something, which realistically, there's no way I could miss in that situation. There's absolutely no fathomable reason why my character wouldn't just, like, I don't know, aim up. I've done it 1,000 times. I really, really enjoy this mellow music here. It's deeply satisfying. Now, coming back around to something I was mentioning earlier about the whole ooze bomb and a theory that maybe it's some sort of mechanic for a boss or something like that. I was so upset that I couldn't do more damage to the Elder with an axe than any other weapon, and that by using the Elder's own ability whilst then fighting the Elder again didn't allow me to do more damage. I'm gonna be honest. I really felt that my ability to do damage to trees should have come into play against the Elder. The fact you can't aim up or down with the polearm is painful. Yeah, I can imagine. I have not played around with spears much since very early game. And it's largely because it was so finicky to hit anything. Oh, thought about switching my Empyrean server to this game. I imagine there's quite a lot of people who've got much the same dilemma, honestly. I mean, it's always like there's always a part of you that's like, it's just a new darling for this week. There's no point in switching over. Until it's more than that. But a game that's just a momentary fad and a game that has real staying power look exactly the same in the beginning. There's no obvious tell that this one's going to be around for a while, sort of thing. That should be enough. I think Valheim will come in waves. Yeah, I imagine, like, once the current content is exhausted, people will drift. They may come back to it in a while when there's new content. But other than that, it'll be as and when big patches come out. But I kind of agree with a lot of my my friends, especially content creators, when they say, this is my first run. This absolutely will not be my last. One of probably many. Wow, I've already got an entire stack of ballhead trophies. That's kind of impressive. I think, yeah, we're basically done there. Right, I'm just gonna go grab some noms. Pop the seeds away. Can you even sleep in the daytime, or is it an only when it's nighttime sort of thing? I haven't decided if I know that one way or another. Certain times it seems like it works that way, and then at other times not so. That should be enough. 10 minutes later, heading back up the hill for more treats. I feel so cold out right now. Damn it. Well, the last of my carrot soup. Much sad. Okay. I am still going to be massively working with wood. So I should probably just load the cart up and drag the cart over to the portal. And just keep it close. Oh, wow. I'm actually... Oh, that is awful. I'm out of regular meat. That has not happened in a long... Well, that's... Yeah, I guess... I was going to say that hasn't happened in a long time. It's been happening slowly. But surely. I've been watching it happen. I need to go on a hunting expedition before we go. Well, that's a good point, actually. I should bring some cordwood. Danke, Tim. What are you saying? Let me have a look. I have a question about starting. Is Hugin going to make me build an entire enclosed space before he will continue the tutorial, or can I explore now and have a bed? Honestly, Hugin will pop up at weird times with information. It was kind of weird for me, at least. Sometimes I would just be doing stuff. It almost waits for you to do things before he'll show up and talk about it. And it's not always obviously explained what he's waiting on you to do. Which is kind of a pain. Can't come wait here. Still morning. Oh, it's still day, rather. I need to hunt some deer. I need to hunt some boar quite urgently. The necks will be fine as well. Necktail is useful, to be certain. I wonder if certain weather phenomena will make particular mobs more prevalent. It would be cool if that were the case. Like, it's good to hunt for necks during a rainstorm. Either that, or it makes, like, whether or not this is the case, I think it would be a cool idea. If certain weather made it more likely for you to get higher star versions, that would be quite cool. We're going to continue wandering for a little bit. Fog is somewhat frustrating, but really. There we go. Five so far. I also wish seagulls would give food. Again, they're massive birds. There should be quite a lot of meat on them. Tilly once caught and killed a seagull. It looked like she'd murdered a dog on the driveway. Feathers everywhere, and the carcass was enormous. Yeah, I'm looking forward to fishing. That is going to be an amazing enhancement, I feel. Wow, it's been a long time since a neck has gotten a hitting on me. See, right now, it's always this kind of you've always got this sort of situation where you either have stupid amounts of regular meat or stupid amounts of neck meat, but never the two at the same time. Who's Tilly's owner? Lady Sheila. Well, I mean, yeah, it's in fact it is Lady Sheila now, but Tilly was Lady Shelab's sister cat, and she asked us to look after her for a few years while she went to New Zealand, and then she didn't come back. She decided she liked it there, which was a bit of a problem because it took a long... Like, Tilly's got all sorts of little behavioral quirks, I guess. But she does not... The ferrets spook her a lot. And it was sustainable for a little while. Okay, that was just really awful, me chasing it down trying to shoot it. But she's a lot better now. She'll interact with them a little bit more now. But she's never quite felt confident around them, I think. She might never feel confident around them either. And so there's like rooms she can't go, and now rooms the ferrets can't go, and it's frustrating. Because if we wanted a cat, we would have gotten a cat and introduced them properly, not gotten a cat that was well into its like midlife, where it had a very defined personality and didn't really like other animals. That was a bit of a problem. But initially, it was a case of, you know, that she had no other option. None of the rest of Lady Sheila's family could take Tilly on, and so we figured, oh, you know, it's just a year or two. We can do it for that long. But then, yeah, plans changed rather suddenly. Tonk. But it's been lovely seeing Tilly kind of grow. That sounds a little bit corny and trite, but she really has developed a lot since being here instead of in the middle of London. Just having more open space to go out and explore, like where in the last house I was living in, the backyard was basically a forest full of deer and mice and wildlife of all kinds, streams and babbling brooks, and she absolutely thrived there. We live closer to a town now, but it's still quite wild. There's a norm because there's like a manorial park, effectively. It's quite a large area, so there's lots of forests around, right next to bunches of rivers and things, and she has a massive area to roam in, and she can just get out there and be wild and free. And she seems to really, really get on with that. Right, this is definitely going to help a lot, yeah. There we go. The eyes need to be over here, which I now know we can use for many wonderful things. In fact, I'm going to take a stack back to the house with me. The two numbers are never neck and neck. It's fantastic. Rough to hear, for both for you and Sheila and for Tilly. Yeah, I felt really sad for Tilly because she kept looking for Sheila's sister for a while. She got on well with us. She's basically been glued to me for more or less since she arrived. But I've been around animals my whole life. I'm not skittish around them at all. Sometimes that can rub animals the wrong way when you're too confident. But I don't know. We've just got on. We always have. But Sheilab's sister did mention that Tilly seemed to like men. She just liked men in general. So it wasn't too much of a surprise. But, yeah, I felt really sad for her. I'm not going to paint it as anything other than it was. She kind of got abandoned. I mean, she got abandoned into a home. But that's... I have strong feelings on this. Let's leave it at that, I guess. I consider pets family. How did I build those chests grouped like that? I will show you in a moment if you'd like. I'll just cook this meat up first because I'm hungry. I think most people are like that, you know. Humans, well, we pack bond with anything. I've seen people nurturing robot dogs like they have feelings. They don't. I find myself feeling protective over characters in pixel art games. I know that those pixels have no actual emotion or capacity to feel sad or you know, anything, but I still empathize with the pixels. Humans are wired like that. We're kind of social animals. And I think for most people, pets are family. But, you know, it is what it is. Morning time. But at the same time, you know, I completely understand that sometimes things just pan out differently than you expected. And I've no doubt that Sheilab's sister intended to come back. It's just opportunities became available that she could never have anticipated, and she decided to go with those. And, you know, that's fine. I think I missed my chance to sleep. But yeah, we ended up with a cat we weren't really expecting. But at this point, Tilly is ours. It's one of these weird things. It's like, well, technically, but no, she is. What Tilly would choose, given the choice, I don't know. I'm not inside her head. And it's hard to really to quantify or anticipate how an animal will react to the person that literally raised them from young. And Tilly was with Sheilab's sister from being a kitten. But she certainly seems healthier and less anxious here. But then I've only ever really known her from the point that she was introduced, and that is, you know, after like a 7 or 8 hour car ride, and then you know, being introduced to a bunch of new people and a house full of other animals when she doesn't really play nice with others. So, you know, I'm fairly certain that a part of that is just that she was in an anxious situation. But Sheelab's sister kind of, I don't know, described her as a bit anxious around any one or thing she doesn't know. And she seems to be losing that a bit. She seems to be a bit more confident, which I'm really, really happy with. I could bring Corwood to strengthen everything. And I probably should, actually, thinking about it. Let me drop off a bunch of this wood. Morning, I've been looking since the start of the stream, Zach. But did you sleep in that time? Forwards. There we go. Right, let's take all of it. Because I don't do things in halves. Why English people like cats more than dogs? Oh, Britain is absolutely not a cat country. Britain is a dog country. But, you know, there's plenty of people who prefer cats to dogs on an individual basis. I'm not really sure why. Personal preference, I guess. Never really thought about it. Certainly within my family, it's generally been dogs, but I think that's probably normal for. Damn, that kind of makes things hard. Can I get this to branch down and then need to get this in place in time? No. Annoying. Right, I'm gonna have to brace this up. I'm just kind of surprised that is not bracing properly, but no! Poop! All English streamers I watch, they all have cats. Oh, streamers specifically. Well, well, that's I guess, you know what, I wouldn't know why that would be. A lot of streamers have lives that probably make it cats easier. I don't know. I'm terribly sorry to say. I would certainly say, though, that having a cat, I don't really like indoors cats in general. It feels like they're a bit too wild to be happy indoors all the time. But I certainly think that there's more people will have an indoor cat than an indoor dog. I guess it depends on the dogs, though, honestly. Some breeds are certainly more suited to being lap dogs, I guess, than others. The dogs I've had in my life have all tended to be working dogs, so springers, pointers, that sort of thing. There we go. Right. Okay, so with that in place, I'm going to build this out further. And I get... Oh, I'm in the water, that's one. For there. Actually, no, that's fine. I can still work this. Is that connected, or is it hovering? Oh, poop, it's hovering. Alright, so first then I need to raise the water, raise the ground level. So that won't be hovering when it's, when I build it. That should now be Yeah, there we are. Properly supported. Good. If this place is just a small biome, I do apologize in advance for the fact that someone did tell me to check first, and I elected not to. So this is all on me, but I'm still not going to regret doing it. And I feel it behooves me to make sure that you all know the type of streamer I am. Right, there we go. I'm hopeful that this will now be a sufficiently tall area for us to have our that will be sufficiently tall for us to weather any kind of storm. I'm not sure. I'm gonna be kind of honest that if it weren't, I'd kind of be excited that it wasn't. Does that make sense? I'd find it kind of cool that this was still not tall enough to really protect us from the ravages of the ocean. Well, the problem here is that this only goes... I'd need to drive this much further back to really have that go up properly. Unless I have a landing here. No, I'd really like it to kind of pop up in the middle, really. So I'm going to remove these and replace them with a new stairwell. It starts here. Have to support this stuff. Grounded? Yep. Hopefully this one will be as well. Yep. Now bear in mind the reason why we're building this is so that storm waters aren't going to be able to mess with the safety of this house too much. I get that snap at all? I sort of can. That works.